Flames, fellow armchair. Oh God, that's terrible. I can't do it. I just genuinely cannot do it. No, that's just not going to work.
I appreciate the effort.
I don't appreciate the effort. The effort was
Fair.
awful. Ooh, ooh, this is what you get when you. Oh God. Anyways, all right. So, Monkey, are you ready to hit the track switch? Oh Jesus Christ! I'm just trying to blow out speakers here.
I'm often ready for the track switch.
Track switch. All right, God. Okay, so yeah, Monkey. Let's see. So
yeah, I'm gonna try to do Nothing Can Stop Us Now with my egg shaker this time.
Oh. Yeah.
That sounded okay.
It is okay. Fair effort. Was yesterday the official opening day, or did you go for soft open still?
Official opening.
All right. So
yeah, I think otherwise it had just been cast member previews.
So officially, Monkey, you have done the opening day on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway on both coasts. How does it feel?
That's the idea.
All right. So of course, just to for anyone who doesn't remember or wasn't, I'm sure we did a trip report on it, but I'm sure it's not really exactly.
No, you definitely did on your end.
We
tried doing a whole thing with mine, and then that didn't go anywhere, and apparently that one little thing we shot outside the ride didn't work outside of our messenger chat. So.
Yeah, whatever. At least we got to cameo in a few actual high profile people's videos.
And you got to talk about the experience at least once.
Indeed. But yeah, so Monkey, just a few things about that day, just in general. Like, obviously, that view of the tower pulling up to it at 4 a.m, you know, just, man.
The lights on in the fog.
Just, that is honestly.
And of course, the doors opening to fog.
Yeah, that's the doors opening to fog as well. Yeah, just genuinely some of the best theme park memories I've ever had. And of course the thrill of they let us in like a good hour or so before the park was scheduled to open.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even okay, time to go into the park for rope drop. It's like, nope, you're going into the actual attraction. We all know what you're here for.
Attractions plural even.
So that was great.
The picture I took of just in front of the entrance of the ride, that was taken at 6:59. We were off the ride by before 7:15 or by then.
Right. All right, so we have Ellie B in the comments. She says, is that a generic theme park news show I smell? Oh, snap. I'm sorry, Monkey. We have to rewind really quick. We have to do the song.
Oh, yes.
We have to do the song. They have the news and they're ready to go. It's the generic theme park news show. All right. Okay, theme park says, I like this pre-show before the results show. In Monkey's words, that's the idea.
No, I stole the words from some filmmaker. Holy fuck, is that film 20 this year?
Oh, is it real? Oh my God, it is. Oh man! All right, let's not think about that right now.
Back on topic.
Okay. Oh God, and we were just talking about how we're getting old. Okay, so Monkey, do you have any generic thoughts for the generic theme park news show about the opening of Runaway Railway?
Well, are we talking Railway first?
Well, no, I'm sorry. You said you had generic observations before.
Oh, I meant about the park in general.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just kind of standard thing of nice. I mean, just a thing or two that could have been working better. Like, say, going into the Snow White Castle at the middle of the ride, the doors were open, so you can see the witch turn back around.
Ooh.
Which, yay, there's my money. Yeah. Although some of the lighting and colors on Mr. Toad were looking pretty good.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, and I mainly just got to say, just knowing me, I got to say this. It did add a fun angle to go through the Pinocchio stuff now, having seen the Del Toro version.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah,
were gonna go on a rant about the people taking the flash pictures.
no, I'm gonna save that as more private discussion, not
That's
go
fair. That's
public with
fair.
it. But yeah, so like imagining that the Geppetto walk around is drunk, saw
Oh
him
no.
briefly,
Oh, okay. I see.
or
Where you're going with this. Yeah.
yeah, or like that room with the donkeys in the crates, like saying, "Oh, I don't want to be a donkey." So I'm imagining instead them being like, "I don't want to be a fascist. Let me out of here."
Oh God.
Yay! So in other words, I think the closest. Well, okay, yeah, Mansion Holidays still ran through this weekend, and yeah, it's not. I appreciate getting to go through it another time, and I love that version, but at the same time, it's later than usual. That's
Yeah.
weird, and I haven't been on the regular one since June 2021. I'm ready
Oh,
to
that's
do
rough.
that version again. Yeah, the irony being like, I used to be like, yeah, that's one I pretty much always do, and oh, then that would make it get a bit old. And now circumstances have switched it around a little.
Mhm. Okay. Did you get anywhere close to the treehouse?
I did not go into Adventureland, but I did walk by Pirates a couple times. So I saw, yes, I did get a little bit of a look at the treehouse. It was like covered in scaffolding and the sort of see-through tarp stuff, and there seemed to be a bunch of lights on it.
How's the crowd control situation at Pirates looking these days?
I don't know, and I also wasn't there at the park that long, just for a few hours in the morning.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm
So it
actually
was
just
relatively
curious about
tolerable for
that in
me.
general.
Hmm.
All right. Okay. So is that all for your? Should we just dive in then?
Yeah, to the 100 stuff or
Hmm.
the railway stuff?
The 100
Okay,
stuff.
100 stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, let's see. Where's the stuff? Here we go. First off, I love the fountains in front of the castle.
Wait. What's going on? I need to get caught up on some of this. What fountains?
Yeah, they added water fountains in front of the castle.
Oh, just drinking fountains.
No, no, actual like water, like
Oh.
coming out of the moat.
Oh. What? Say what? Okay. I need to
Yes.
look this up. Hold on. What
Yeah.
do I
Well,
Google to find a picture of this?
I don't know, maybe Disneyland Sleeping Beauty Castle 100th celebration.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's actually crazy.
oh yeah, it looks really nice.
Damn.
And
Okay, Monkey, I need to say something really quick.
yes,
As we all know, 2022 was a rough year for Disney fans the world over. That D23, I think we can agree, was like a collective low point. And I'm still very skeptical about the state of Walt Disney World. Granted, I have not done Guardians of the Galaxy yet. But I will say that over the past couple months, I have definitely noticed a decided improvement on things on the Disneyland front. Like there's been just small little things that we've been noticing. Like for example, in the Opera House, they're swapping out a film to a new film about Abraham Lincoln and
Frederick Douglass.
Right, and I think that's really promising because that shows that they're actually committed to the Lincoln thing. And as you know, Monkey, I'm a big fan of Lincoln. I mean, that's oh man, that's like probably like top tier Disneyland for me.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see this in person, but it looks like they added a bust of Frederick Douglass in the lobby. I mean, in that pre-show room.
And then also they added the witch in the cage, which
Yes,
oh man,
okay. So I'll just go into this now.
okay,
So I was looking in the gallery at some point, like middle of the visits after Railway, and again, I only saw the stuff in the Disneyland story area. I don't know if there was more in the actual gallery. So it's like, oh,
right,
it's just
right.
sketch and concept art. and then I see the witch in the cage.
Oh God.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a pleasant surprise. And was it like the sign at the like attached says that I think it said that it was lost until last year.
Oh really? Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, and it doesn't seem to be operational, but still cool to see it there. And then of course, right across from the witch is that other piece of Disneyland park history that hasn't been in the Opera House for some time. You know what I'm talking about?
Actually, no. What?
The statue of Tim Burton's Dumbo.
Wait, say, oh God. Oh no. Oh Jesus. Wait, so hold on. You're telling me that so I assume they put that in as a promotion and they took it out and now it's back in there again?
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's absurd. And I see what you mean about the fountains. That's freaking super cool. I love that. All right. Anyways.
I'm sure you'll love it even more as, since it's a way to, tie into the way of water at Disneyland.
Okay, so let's see. Any other 100th anniversary thoughts?
I didn't see the reflective light on the monorail, but it's a nice new wrap nonetheless. The Mickey statue was nice, even with the misquote, but the statue still looks nice. And also the rope drop opening Bill Rogers speech was something I appreciated, and where he's saying how we're glad to have been a part of your story or something for generations and generations. We're glad and grateful you've made these memories with us. And yeah,
Monkey, that's where they get you.
Like, I don't know how genuine that the people writing it are, but
exactly,
time,
like that's where the son of a bitches at Disney get you, Monkey. I swear to God.
Yeah,
that's where the cult starts. It's like, hey, remember all these precious childhood memories, these decades upon decades of memories. Memory all alone in the moonlight. All right, I'll stop.
Yeah, it's like I recognize that. At the same time, yes, this touches me a bit.
You know what? It's hard not to get wrapped up in it in the moment when you're actually there.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'll never forget that. Do you remember when I was watching the Christmas parade?
Yep.
Yeah, and I had that like super emotional, like, oh my God, I love Disney. It's been my whole life. The feels.
I see Theme Park Priest is commenting, that's how they get you. Relive your childhood memories. Here's the thing about that. You can't always do that. Hashtag Superstar Limo or the tractor or other closed stuff.
Oh God! Did you actually go on the Superstar Limo?
Of course.
Oh man, I'm super jealous.
Yeah, I loved it as a child.
Damn it! I mean, good. That's great for you, but like, I went to California Adventure like relatively early on in its run, and it was already closed by the time I got there.
Yeah, it's like one evening I walk up to Superstar Limo and find out it's closed forever. And I'm like, that was my favorite.
Oh, man. That's Monkey. That's how I'm going to feel if they ever close Storybook Land or Casey Jr. I swear to God, if those two things are ever on the table to get on the chopping block, I'm going to be heartbroken.
They really should have included the Superstar Limo characters in Wondrous.
All right, is that a transition?
Just a projection of, yeah.
Okay.
Seems like a nice fireworks show. I did not see it in person. I watched a video of it in the last about an hour ago. Looks nice.
I really like the song. I'm a sucker for this song. It's like it's got that like whole like indie folk Starbucks coffee shop vibe that I don't know. I'm a sucker for it. I like the acoustic guitar. I'm a sucker for the acoustic guitar. Anyways.
There's only touches I appreciate in there, like, say, the pencil drawings at the beginning. Like, yeah, there's some pencil animation. Remember when we used to do that? We still do it for pre-production with our CGI films, like that Mirabelle one there. Wouldn't it be nice? Remember when we used to do movies like that?
Yeah.
Hypocrisy. But yeah, and speaking of Mirabelle, when they have the moment of her being like, "I will never be good enough," I feel like it's sort of that's the park's reaction to fan forums.
The moment that really kind of caught me off guard, and it might not be as big of a crowd pop as the video you watched, but when they have the transition into Big Hero 6 and that song plays and the crowd just starts going nuts. And I'm like, that must be like a generational thing, because like Big Hero 6 is not that popular in my circles. I mean, it's good. It's a solid movie, but like it got one of the biggest like crowd reactions of the whole show on the video I watched.
Right. Yeah. I noticed how the video I watched, people reacted well to Treasure Planet showing up.
Oh, I love Treasure Planet showing. I love just the whole thing about how, obviously we have Hunchback in there. Like, yeah. Magic Kingdom did it first, of course, but still really nice to see a whole inclusion.
Yeah, that was a neat moment of his silhouette on the top turret.
Oh yeah, for sure. I got to tell you, the one thing that I really did love, and I thought it could have gone badly, but I think they pulled it together really well with the audio mixing and everything, was the kind of like the montage of I Want songs.
So yeah, I appreciated how they worked in that Winnie the Pooh clip at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, also, I had heard before watching the video that there was no Home on the Range presence. Turns out that was mistaken. They briefly appeared towards the end. Good.
I bet you there's no Strange World presence.
If that's the case, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, I honestly, I didn't see any, but I don't know.
I'm directing that rhetorical question to Disney. Like, you had this movie in production at the same time. This is part of the Disney animated canon. You clearly had I assume you would have had the time and resources to put it in there. Why is it not there?
Yeah, that's weird. All right,
that's
Shannon, you're in Windsor.
Not in a
oh, that's crazy. Shannon. You're pretty close to me, actually. I'm in Petaluma. Or wait, I'm sorry. That's not Shannon. I'm sorry. Lori Jean Carlson.
Like on Rugrats. I'm not Shannon.
I'm not Shannon. I'm sorry, Lori. We have a bunch of people who pop in and out, and I kind of get the screen names and the real names mixed up. But yeah, Lori, I'm in Petaluma, California, so that's funny. We're pretty close to each other. Bay Area, wine country, yeah. All right. Anyways,
yes, not Lego.
Wine country, represent. All right.
Let's see. I think that's kind of the most I have for the fireworks, because like,
yeah, that's fine.
I have not seen any video of what they did for World of Color for the 100th.
Like, I assume you're saving that because you might see it live at some point.
Yes and no.
I still have yet to see World of Color live, and I honestly don't really feel like I'm missing much.
I don't think I've seen it since December 2013.
Ooh. Theme Park Priest was also in Wine Country this week. Theme Park Priest, I don't suppose you had time to go to Discovery Kingdom. I know you didn't, but it would have been cool if you did.
Well, gee, if only they had, with all these Wine Country people, if only they had brought back Seasons of the Vine. I mean, are you using the Blue Sky Cellar for anything right now?
I would genuinely really approve of them bringing back Seasons of the Vine. I really would. All right. Let's see. So yeah, let's dive into the main event.
Yes, I gotta say, so night before, I watched Disneyland Fun, and of course, you have that shot at the end where Mickey and Minnie are walking away back along the drawbridge towards Fantasyland. So watching that the night before Railway opens, it felt like they were heading back to go get the new ride ready for tomorrow. That was neat.
Nice.
And so virtual queue. That's the thing they're doing.
It doesn't seem like
that,
anyone's having any problems with it selling out, though, from what I've heard.
Maybe it's a mix. I saw some stuff on Twitter, like from today and yesterday, where I guess people were having issues with it, and individual Lightning Lane being sold out already. So, like by the second time, like by the 1 p.m. drop, and also for me, I'm fortunate enough to be in a position where I could do the virtual queue at home and then utilize the Harbor Boulevard drop off and still be there in time for rope drop.
Right. Yeah.
So I only have so much room to speak.
I feel that.
Yeah. And yeah, so also with virtual queue, you could say that something can stop you now.
Oh boy.
You know, I had this there was this idea I had going into the day of like what would be cool is to get on all of the trains in the park that day. You know, Runaway Railway, Casey Jr., Big Thunder, at least one leg of the Disneyland Railroad, and Mr. Toad. The only one I didn't get on was Big Thunder because it was broken down a lot.
Lori Jean shouting out the Snoopy Airport.
Someday.
Yep. Yeah, I love our Peanuts themed Snoopy Airport. It's like the only airport that's got a legitimate, like, consistent theme to it.
I think the closest I've ever gotten to it is the little Red Baron spinner at Camp Snoopy.
Yeah.
So you know, with Railway here, I've mentioned to you that I have thoughts. Are you ready?
Well, let's build up to that with I'm curious about any thoughts you have on just Toon Town in general.
Oh yeah, Toon Town. It's looking nice. Looks like they've freshened up the place. I think the mailbox survived, which makes me glad. I remember back in the 25 years or approximately ago on the Disneyland website, for Toon Town they had a picture and you could click on the mailbox and it would say something. So I'm glad to see the mailbox appears to have survived. It moved. I was worried, but okay, it looks like it moved. And also with the Toontown Hills and the El Capitan, I was kind of getting a little bit of a Toontown Online vibe.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so the hills, that's the main thing I'm curious about. Like Garrett said that they were a much larger scale than they were before.
Yeah, and I think they're closer up to or something.
Okay.
Yeah, they're certainly taller, and yeah, it is a different, I guess you could say, arguably more quote unquote fake aesthetic. But hey, it seems to we're seeing how it's going, and the rest of the land isn't reopened yet, so we're still seeing a little bit of a work in progress.
Roger is still closed, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Like the area in front of it is open, but the ride is not.
Right.
And of course, they got rid of the Roger Rabbit fountain and replaced it with a grassy area, which sounds like it's getting good reviews. I just want to be able to work in that SpongeBob clip. You planted grass? Grass!
All right, so Z and K Channel says, why no, I'm not completely jealous of that superior queue, and that Florida's not going to get anything close to it. Why'd you ask? All right, so Monkey, you have thoughts. So what are your thoughts? Yes. By all means, tell us.
My thoughts, well, getting off the ride, and also kind of throughout the attraction as well, I was thinking, in my mind, about the Disneyland edition of Runaway Railway? So much better than Florida's.
Nice.
Like, wow. Like, if like this is opened me to realize that, like, it's like going through and coming off the ride made this version of the ride made me truly realize that putting it in the great movie ride's footprint was a mistake, I feel.
Totally.
Like, I get that maybe that was the most space they had available to put it in. And I'm not saying it doesn't work in there, but going through the Disneyland version, you can tell that Florida's is a downsize. Whereas here,
so is it even like, does it even extend outside of the queue? Does that extend to like the actual like physical size of the show scenes?
Yes, the scenes on the ride, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, because it's obviously it's like, a little bit harder to get.
Some of them, my memory's a little maybe playing tricks on me a little in terms of comparison to Florida, since I only did that in person once almost 3 years ago.
Sure.
But yeah, some of the scenes, like multiple scenes in there, are staged a bit differently. I'm trying to word it a little generically before going into specific details for the spoiler wary. You're welcome. But yeah, the queue is really well done. You can tell they had more room to play with the ride. And also, I don't deny my kind of more fun, enthused reaction during it was, as you remember, I was kind of just like, it was all right when we did it in Florida. Whereas also, that was going in blind. And whereas of now, I've had like almost 3 years of watching POVs to be used to that audio and visuals.
Sure.
And like, okay, hey, here it is now in person again. I got to hear track switch in person again.
Oh, God.
So,
yeah, the queue to me is just, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. And we'll get there. So let's maybe say kind of more specific things now. There's your little warning. Okay, bye. Thanks for joining. So yeah, the queue. Very, very nicely done. A lot of, it's like we're treating you fans. We're treating you fans.
Totally.
Like, there's a Gummy Bears reference in there.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
I appreciate them. Yeah.
No, there's a lot of really subtle, like, deep cut type stuff. I'm sure I haven't even noticed all of it.
Yeah, same. And also, like, going through, like, the only reason the outdoors switchbacks just after the Toon Town bridge took a little while, and inside moved okay. It would have. The reason I wasn't moving through there faster is because the people in front of me were being slow and like taking pictures and stuff. Yeah. Lot Productions, I very much agree. Gummy Bears for the win. And yeah, actually in the concession stand room, like the cast member was saying to keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, I do appreciate in that first queue room they have the photo op, but you don't have to do it. They're saying, like, you can skip the photo op if you like, just continue on past it. I mean, like, yeah, this queue section around it.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, it is fun to like look at these props and think like, yeah, I know they're not actual props, but hey, here's that thing from a cartoon and real life.
No, it's super cool.
Look at the cartoon and say, there's the thing I saw in person.
Yeah, there's a few notes I have on it. So for one, I just love how I love the idea that it progresses from basically like, it starts out as like typically like just a lobby, not even a lobby, but like you just have the posters and it goes from there into a museum, and then it just gets more and more fantastical as it goes on until boom, you're in the middle of like a full-blown cartoon movie theater. Like, I
and the
love
museum
that progression.
Like really progresses through the eras.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Yeah, like I
Mouse
could see like
Robics
this cube.
was delightful. I love that they gave that such a prominent fixture.
It is nice to have that music, and that music makes a nice bit in there. And what was it? So, like, I see, yeah, it's because it is arguable that this queue may be a better tone setter for the attraction. Like, because yeah, I don't deny I had wondered beforehand, like, is that going to be a bit weird? You're going into a cartoon when you're already in Toon Town, and yeah, maybe it is more accessible, and like maybe that is something that would more likely happen in Toon Town with a movie screen blowing up. Whereas in Florida, they go with the move of, okay, we're doing this Tesseract shift from real world to cartoon world. And
Right,
it's
right, yeah.
more specific, which I can appreciate. Still, this cute.
But I mean, honestly, even in Florida, it's like even once you go through the screen, there's not really that much that's all that fantastic.
Yeah, it's kind of more so just the aesthetic of the room.
Right, but even still, it's like, like once you go through the screen at Disneyland, like you said, like I said, it's like you're in the middle of this full-blown, like, Toon Town movie theater.
Well, going through the screen, you go into the brutish cartoon as opposed to whatever general Toon Town feel in the queue, in the main queue. Let's see, where was I going with this? Did you see the 3D glasses?
No, I did not.
Do you want to know what the thing with the 3D glasses
Yeah,
is?
what is the thing with 3D glasses?
Okay. This is probably my favorite little thing in there is how, before you enter through the ears museum, there's a case filled with various memorabilia from the El Capitoon's history. One of them is a pair of 3D glasses. And the sign says that they were invented by Professor Von Drake. And before he decided on the red-blue combination, he had considered red, yellow, green, red, blue, 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 and red, purple, green, yellow, orange, red, red.
Nice.
I actually slow clapped when I noticed that.
That's awesome. And I also honestly feel like Runaway, like this version of Runaway Railway in particular, kind of opens the door for more rides of this style. For perhaps, dare I say it, I'm wishing and hoping for this to be the case. Maybe perhaps more obscure characters, maybe a Ludwig von Drake ride. I don't know. That'd be amazing. Oh God, Monkey.
What?
Ludwig von Drake's Adventure Through Inner Space.
Fuck yes.
Oh my God. Oh, please, Disney, please. I'll be extra good this year.
I got a pretty good cast member in the pre-show. He was saying, like before the movie started, he was saying how it was going to be 3 hours with 20 minutes of MCU trailers and 15 post-credit scenes that we legally have to watch.
Nice. A little Fast and the Furious supercharged energy there.
Yeah,
already got a Von Drake walk-around character.
Well, it'll take some paperwork, but okay. Thanks. Be back. Wait, can you do something about this hole in my screen? Okay, folks. So, also, this one bit with the pre-show that I really want to point out. Something that I believe is done better here than in Florida, and I don't know why they don't do this in Florida. So, you walk in the screening room, and there's like, you could say let's say a screensaver on the screen. In Florida, it just jumps right into the cartoon. Here, it fades to black for a moment before going into the cartoon.
Oh, nice.
I'd say that's a more effective transition.
Yeah, totally.
As fun as that sudden cartoon was in Florida. It's like, it suits the environment a bit more.
I'm not gonna lie, the lights in the theater fading to black is like one of the key reasons why I still love the movie theater experience. There's just like every time, man, even if I'm seeing a movie that I know is going to be lame, every time it just kind of gives me a little bit of goosebumps. Anyways.
Movie theaters. And, I noticed, so as for the ride itself, I noticed it seems like the car paths are a bit different than Florida's. I think. Because, like, I is, when you and I did it, we got the third car, which seems to be the best car out there.
Oh, wow.
I wound
Nice.
up in the front row this time, and that was still a pretty good pace through the ride. Like, good visuals, being able to see stuff. I feel like the biggest miss is being a bit harder to hear. Minnie, let's get that runaway train.
Uh-huh.
But otherwise, yeah, visually still fine. Still going through at a decent timing throughout the scenes.
So I know that there's that random end tunnel before the park scene.
Yeah, which in the moment I was like, oh, cool, extra scene.
I know, right? And it's like, no, not really.
Yeah, I mean, it's an extra scene. And granted,
But is it though?
can see the argument.
Is it though?
Yeah, granted, it's a portion that does not exist in Florida. You have a tunnel where Goofy has more shenanigans.
Okay,
And that said,
fair
I
enough
do
with
see
the
an
Goofy
argument
stuff,
for.
Yeah.
I do see an argument for maybe it's a little strong. Maybe it's nice to not have that, so keep it more short and sweet. Like, oh, that's the tour. Thanks for sticking with me. Told you nothing was gonna go wrong.
Okay, you know what? I actually kind of appreciate, like, much like you were saying in the with the transitions. I actually
Like,
really
as a transition, you see it as a transition.
Yeah, I do see it as a transition. Yeah.
I see that too.
I just think it's a little bit of a fake out when you're first going through it and you're thinking, like, you're wondering if they're going to throw in an extra, but obviously by extra scene, I mean like an extra physical set piece.
Right.
But
well, this time you get to see if maybe some cars miss it, but in this version, you see the crack and pull the plug for the drain in the ocean.
I did notice that. That's fun.
Yeah. So, where are we going with this? And also, another scene that's physically done differently. Track switch!
Oh, yeah? How was that done?
Well, now it's like, it looks like the stretch of road is longer, so Mickey they pull up, stop about halfway to say, take good care of our friends. Then he starts to drive off, and then so that, you know how in Florida, it's like he kind of just immediately subtly drives into the track switch. It subtly wobbles back and forth a little, and then it falls.
Yeah. Right.
No, so when Mickey starts up his car again here, he drives right into the track switch, which sets it sort of, the top of it spins around a bit, like, then it falls.
Okay. Got it.
So it's a bit more clear that Mickey hit it, you could say.
And
you also have a little more visual fun with it, with the top of the thing spinning, not just
that
tipping
sounds
over.
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm guessing it's a matter of space. Ironic, this time Florida did not have the blessing of size.
I know, that's so weird.
So yeah,
it's like one of the few times that's actually happened.
Yeah, so you can, and it is a nice little switch up that, it's generally the same scenes, but the actual path and layout isn't always the same. So there's some differences, some new there. Some scenes some set rooms being a little bigger, like the alleyway and the park and the tunnel at the beginning.
Now the park, Garrett mentioned that like it's physically like higher above the guests.
Yeah, the room is bigger. It's not just a U-turn. It's like kind of like, here's that little set with Mickey and Minnie going around it, and it's like really there's more park area.
Wow.
More set.
Nice.
And as you make a left turn, up ahead of you are the Mickey, Minnie, and Pluto animatronics sitting on a hill.
Oh wow! Oh damn! Nice.
Yeah, you make a left and then you make a right back towards the station, like back towards the barn.
That sounds really, really. Yeah, I didn't honestly. The way you're describing it, feels like there's a little bit more to it than I even anticipated.
Yeah, like I said, it's like Florida's is the downsized version of the ride, of the scenes.
Right. Yeah, that's really interesting how it worked out like that.
Oh, yeah, ZNK channel. Yeah, I did notice that too. He's still looking to the left when he says, "Hey, picnickers." maybe it's something with the angle of how the back cars look at the time, but that is a bit odd. I mean, you have all this extra animation of Goofy, but you couldn't. Yeah, you made sure to add extra animation for Oz, but you couldn't adapt to which direction he's looking. I mean, Goofy, I know Sam Wilson is on the other park, but they're on your left.
God. I have a really random question about the queue.
Yes.
So you know the beanstalk that was in the concept art?
Yes.
In the concept art, it looked like there was either some sort of like trick of the light or like, is there some sort of allusion to there actually being a hole in the ceiling and you being able to see outside of the hole?
I don't remember if you could see outside of the hole, but there were definitely cracks in the ceiling.
Okay, because the only reason I asked is that, like, in the concept art, it looked like there was pretty prominent, like, light poking out from the hole.
Yeah.
So it kind of made me think of that one weird portion of Q, that one hallway in the indie queue where you can kind of see the outside. You know what I mean?
Huh. Right.
But I guess
something clever someone on Twitter pointed out about the beanstalk. The beanstalk isn't supposed to be the prop on display. The prop on display, which I did not notice, is supposed to be the box of magic beans. And apparently the box fell and the beanstalk sprouted out of it.
Oh, I didn't notice that either. That's really funny. Nice. Yeah. No, I mean, the queue. Okay, let me ask you this. As someone who's physically been through the queue, do you think it's the best one at Disneyland right now?
I haven't thought about that question, but it's probably up there in the top. Yeah.
Like, the way I see it, I think it's easily, I would say it's, like, just judging from it, I would say the top 4 right now is this, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then obviously, like, the 2 old standbys, which are Indy and Roger Rabbit. What?
Yeah, I mean, I'd still put this high for the whole resort, but as far as, I thought you were talking just Disneyland Park.
No, I'm talking like overall resort.
Yeah. And of
course,
honestly,
not much
of how much of Rise of the Resistance is Q throws a lightsaber into the question, but oh well.
I am not even factoring that into the equation, honestly. I'm sorry. I know that's unfair, but like, one of these days I'm going to look back and be like, look back and be like, Rise of the Resistance is a masterpiece, but it's not today.
Now, speaking of masterpiece, so yeah, something I noticed, great little clever detail. You can kind of see in this picture on the side, it says a modern masterpiece.
Uh-huh.
You notice most of it's blue, but some of those letters are red. The letters in red are AMUSTC. A must see.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. That's wow. Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
But yeah, so Runaway Railway. Glad to have the better version of it here. That was fun.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm not gonna lie, it makes me want to get out to Disneyland more than I thought it would. Like I've got some decisions to make in regards to my vacations because I'm definitely going to do the Pennsylvania trip as long as I can like financially afford it. But I don't know.
I went through the movie screen and instead of being in a cartoon, you were just in Pennsylvania.
God. There'd be a lot of roller coasters and a lot of Amish people.
I'd just be trying not to sing from 1776.
Okay, Monkey, well, I think that's about it, right?
Yeah. So yeah, if you can make it, I recommend this version of Runaway Railway.
All right, so just want to give a big shout out to Theme Park Priest, Z&K Channel, Lori Jean Carlson. See, I'm sure I missed people. LEB, Itchy Lot Productions, you're all awesome. Have a good night, folks. And if you're in the Imagineering crowd, yeah, we will be going live right at 10 o'clock Eastern, right at the top of the hour. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be crazy.
You know what this transitional moment of podcasts is?
What?
Cast switch!
Night, everybody.